excited about this announcement. We're going to do something today that we think has never been done, maybe in American politics. There has been money returned before, but we're going to return more money than we think any other office ever has. Today we're going to unveil that we are returning $500,000 to the Treasury. And we campaigned on this, and we invited several representatives of taxpayers around the state to receive this check. This is a check for $500,000, or representative of $500,000 that we're returning from our office budget to the Treasury. This represents about 15 or 16% of our office budget. We're very proud of this. I have introduced balanced budgets. I've introduced $500 billion in cuts, 5-year balanced budgets. We've done a lot of things that I have not necessarily won the battle for. This is the one thing I have control over, and that's my office budget. And I wanted to show the people of Kentucky that I'm being frugal with their money, and that I wanted to bring it back, and I'm very happy to have these taxpayers here to receive some of their own money back. Thank you very much. And I'd be happy to take any questions at this point.
You said your taxpayers are receiving their money back. In essence, where does this money go now that it's returned to the Treasury?
It will go back to the Treasury to offset the debt. And, you know, if every senator did this, it'd be about $80 million. If every congressman did sort of a proportional amount, about $200,000, it'd be over $130 million. So it's not an insignificant amount of money. Put that in perspective, the bridge repair, some estimates have been for the Sherman-Minton to be repaired is $20 to $30 million. So really, if everybody were giving back this amount of money, we'd have enough money for some bridge repair. It's not enough to balance the budget, but it's what everybody has to do. If everybody were chipping in at every level looking for cost savings, we're also going to introduce a bill coming up in January that will try to reward civil servants for doing this. I don't need a reward because this is what I campaigned on, but if you're a civil servant that's in charge of some department in government, I'd actually like to give them bonuses if they'll find savings like this. If we did this throughout government, $3.8 trillion we spend each year, there are millions upon millions of dollars that could be saved just by people being wise with their budget.
Sorry, go ahead.
What are some of the things that you did to do this? I mean, $500,000 is a lot of money.
Well, one thing we did is we were frugal with the way we spend it. And the interesting thing is that we still have 20 some odd employees. We're doing a lot of work. We have 3 or 4 people in Louisville here. We have a bunch in Bowling Green. We have them all over the state trying to help people from the state of Kentucky if they have problems with government. So we think we've done a great job with that. We've introduced more pieces of legislation than any other office. So we think we are doing our job and also saving money. We did it by just, you know, not going over the top with what we spent. We looked at the price of things, the price of computers. We didn't buy ones that we didn't need. And I think really the problem is that when it's someone else's money, people look at it as that it's free, and they don't look at it in a frugal way. I grew up in a family where when you were a kid, you worked for your money. You mowed grass, you did things. I'm aware of what money's like. I still watch my pennies every day of my own, and I want to watch the taxpayers' money the same way I would watch my own money.
Do you hope that your cut in all your budget kind of kickstarts the rest of the U.S. to try to get the ball yourselves?
I hope so. And like I said, if every senator did the same and every congressman did the same, it'd be about $130 million. And we got to start somewhere. And a lot of people argue, oh, well, that's only $130 million and it's a $1 trillion deficit. You've got to save $100 million in 3,000 places to make a dent in this. But it's no excuse for not doing it. And it's part of the problem up there is that, for example, every Republican up there is for a balanced budget amendment, but there's still some Republicans who won't vote to cut spending when it seems to be close to home. Amtrak loses enormous amounts of money every year. There's some Amtrak lines that lose twice as much as they bring in. And last year there was an amendment to cut money to the Amtrak lines or privatize them or do something to the ones that lose twice as much as they bring in. And most of the Democrats voted against cutting the spending, but also a lot of Republicans did. And because we couldn't cut 200 or 300 million there, how do we get to billions and trillions if we can't cut millions? I think this is a good start. It's representative of something I have complete control over and can do. And I just wanted everybody in Kentucky to know that I am working hard to try to save taxpayer money and to send it back to offset the deficit.